Hello, everybody. This is Paul Herman, the Prince of Motivation and the host of Zaka Presents My Journey. We're creating this vulnerable and positive platform where you get inspired and motivated from different leaders from our community. Today, our guest is Robenson Lauvince, who is a film director, writer, producer, and founder of Clear Shot Entertainment. Robinson, welcome to the show.
Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here, man, and I'm excited. I feel like we're going to have a great conversation, and I can't
Oh,
wait.
when you smiling like that in the intro, I know it's about to go down. Right. So thank
Let's
you for
get
the
it.
vibrant energy already. I know that
Yes,
we're
sir.
on
Yes,
obviously
sir.
online and stuff, but it's already being reciprocated back. So I love that.
Mhm.
But I know one of the biggest things that any one of the listeners, anyone listening right now, is going to want to know is a little bit about yourself. Give us a little bit about your cultural background, where you were
Mhm.
born, grew up.
Man, and again, my name is Robenson Lauvince. I was born and raised in Haiti, and I came to the U.S. when I was 16. And cultural. I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian. I grew up in a family of seven. I'm the last one.
Mm,
So, and yeah, so basically that's about it. You know what I'm saying? Haitians born and raised. I'm a God-fearing man. And I'm a filmmaker. I'm super passionate about art, anything that has to do with art. I did music actually. First, I used to be a musician. I have a few songs. I used to sing and etc. I like rap and stuff like that. But right now I'm a filmmaker. I'm focusing on that. So that's basically it.
And you so let's give me a little background on that. You said one of seven. One
Yes.
of seven. That is a lot right there.
And I'm the
How did
last
how
one.
did it feel to be the baby of the bunch?
I think I actually, especially in the Haitian household, like when you're the last one, you're kind of like the one your mother and father's gonna give up on. Like you got away with a lot of things, like your sibling didn't have a chance to get away. It was good, man, and I'm still the baby of the family. Unfortunately, my dad and mom not here anymore. But my older brothers actually have five brothers and one sister, and they're still treating me as the baby, super supportive. Everyone is super active in church as we speak. I have two pastors, and all of them are church leaders and stuff like that, and they're very supportive.
Mm-hmm.
Keep me
And
grinding.
and how did it feel growing up and like give a little bit of understanding of the household, the Haitian culture, growing up with seven siblings, how was that?
I mean, for us, in majority, it's a straight line in a regular Haitian household. Like you go to school, you become doctor, engineer, lawyers, and pastor. It's a
This
very
is
straight line. You know what I'm saying? It's not lots of option. Your parents are hoping for you. So yeah, it was that very strict. And like I said earlier, I grew up in a Christian household. My dad is a pastor where everything needed to be in a straight line. So, but with a lot of love, a lot of respect. I grew up in a very loving family.
mm,
So, and that was it.
hmm something that I know the listeners are always, they're probably laughing every time this happens, right? I'm gonna bring
Hmm.
this up. I feel like our parents and our grandparents, somewhere down the line, they must have had like a meeting, right? Because every thought leader that comes on here says the same thing. My parents wanted
Yeah,
me a doctor, lawyer,
yeah,
engineer.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
never like my parents wanted me to be an archaeologist,
Nah,
right? It's never
nah,
that. For
nah.
some
Oh,
reason, I
yeah.
think there was like a town meeting where people must have got together.
They
Anyone
established
from
the
the
goal.
they were like, look, moving forward, if you have any kids, we need you to be
That's what
very
it needed
clear
to
with
be.
them. Everyone needs to be a doctor, lawyer. And it turns out that everyone that got that memo, we kind of went against the grain, right? We
Yeah,
became
yeah,
artists, we became
yeah.
astronauts, we became something else. But our parents, obviously, and our grandparents still love us for those decisions. But
Right, right.
there
Of
must
course.
have been a town hall meeting to make
Yeah.
sure we was all saying the same thing. So shout out to that that moment in time.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, being born in Haiti,
Hmm.
you're well known as like an ambassador for the Haitian,
Yes, yes.
right? That is already a big title right there. How do you
Mhm.
feel to be known as like an ambassador for the Haitian cinema?
Man, early on when I was growing up, like I mentioned earlier, I used to play music at the church, but me growing up, like cinema in general was not something we have access to.
Okay.
But especially right now, it could be different, but I'm talking about like 30, 20 years ago. Like it wasn't as easy. Like we would be watching TV on, I mean, movies on TVs, but you never seen it done, or you don't know someone that's an actor, or you don't know someone that's a filmmaker. So I was always passionate about that. I always wanted to be like, and also one thing, I like I said, I used to do music at that time, but I had a lot of friends that was musicians. I have a lot of friends that was singers and stuff like that. But I always said to myself, if I get the opportunity for me to become something that we don't have too much of, like filmmakers, where we able to tell our story through our lens,
Mhm.
for instance, I'm like, you know what I'm saying, this is something I'm gonna want to do because Haiti been misrepresented at every angle. When it comes to Haiti's
100%.
PR, you know what I'm saying? Like that don't exist. Even right now,
That's
we're
one of the
entering
islands that
it,
definitely, by
definitely.
far.
Yes, sir. Like what people that's not Haitian or even Haitian American that was born here in the US or anywhere around the world that's not Haiti, what they know about Haiti, me that was born in Haiti, I don't know those things. It's certain things, I'm not saying they don't exist, but the way they sell the country, like what's online, the PR of the country or the when they're talking about us, the pictures, the movies, like anything, bro, it's a like whole misrepresentation. So that I was motivated by that for me to be able to say something or for me to be able to like tell certain stories where I'll make sure this being, done the right way. So that's one other thing
Mhm.
as an ambassador, like always wanted to do, and I'm happy like I'm tapping into this right now where I have control of the narrative, like the way I want the story to go. Like it's amazing.
Mm-hmm. You know, you when we took talk back and think about it, right? Like obviously the Caribbean is a beautiful place. Just the
Yes.
Caribbean, right?
Yes.
Every island has something spectacular to offer, right?
Hmm.
We
Hmm.
all obviously are common and have a common denominator, but every uh, place within the Caribbean is so unique, right?
Very
And
rich. Yeah.
when you look at Haiti, Haiti is so beautiful. The amount of great things and the history in Haiti
Hmm.
alone, right?
Hmm.
And when
Hmm.
you turn on the news, when you look at the newspaper, when you even go back on like old videos or something like that, it's always something bashing
Yes,
that
sir.
place, right? And there's now that you're in a position where you actually could change the narrative, I think that's a very beautiful position to be in.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
we know that obviously there's a lot of things in history that have been taken away from us. Our
A lot.
history, our legacy,
Hmm.
things that would have been so accessible to us,
Hmm.
right? So now you get an opportunity to recreate that from scratch, and it's
Right.
obviously a little bit of a struggle, to kind of piece all these things together because you're
Right.
doing it, you got the weight of sun on your back, but you have a you're in a beautiful position, to really
Yes.
help
Yes.
articulate and showcase the true beauty of what could offer this world.
Yeah, most definitely. Like you said, it's a lot of struggle to do so. That's why when I met someone like Greg, you know what I'm saying, it was like, oh my God, like it was like a relief, like to see we have, executive and different department because it's not something one person can do. That's why I'm encouraging like a lot of other Haitian filmmakers, Haitian American filmmakers to like, let's talk about it. Like, because first of all, when I started filmmaking, I wasn't doing like too many impactful stories, especially about Haiti or culture. But after a while, I said to myself, like, this is I'm in a position where I can speak up. I might as well just do it. And 2024, I was at Sundance speaking the same conversation we having right now, talking about the Caribbean cinema, the stories, like all the things, all the like the rich stories we have to offer, which we don't have much Caribbean filmmakers that's doing it, not just Haitian. So it's like it's so hard because you're trying to do something that wasn't exist. And I think it didn't exist purposely because they always like when you're trying to do go that to that angle, like there's so many obstacles, like so many things
Yeah.
that's gonna stop you. But I'm fighting for it, and I'm advocating for it. I'm, you know what I'm saying, I'm happy to see people like Greg on the distribution side, some, dominant, like just like my last movie, it was a very um respected writer that wrote it. It's like I'm happy to see so many dots being connected in the,
Mm,
Caribbean descent or born in Haiti type of, a creative that try to come together for us to change that narrative, because it's so hard for me to do it alone, but I feel like we're pushing it. The more we're doing it, the more we're doing it, more people draining to make it even more possible.
mhm. And consistency leads to victory. So obviously,
Yes.
know that the work that you do is not being casted away. It's obviously making a
Mhm.
difference. It's gonna take a lot of bricks to build, but
Yes, sir.
we gonna build it. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely,
So
definitely.
were you a storyteller back in the days growing up? Out of you were the youngest out of seven, so I
Yeah.
don't know if you was a good storyteller back then.
Man, one other thing I usually said when I'm talking about back in the day, when I was growing up, I used to make film in the neighborhood, and I'm talking about when I was 6, 7, 8 years old. Like I used to make film without camera, without nothing. Like for instance, let's say we watch a Jean-Claude Van Damme film.
Okay, come on.
We would, me and my friends in the neighborhood, we watch the film, we understand the story, and we create it. And how will we create it? We will create it live. Like, what would you be calling play nowadays? But without no camera, no audience. We just know, like, for instance, this is, my team, this is your team. We're gonna go against each other. We're gonna rescue somebody. Like, let's say you kidnap my sister or my wife, and I'm gonna go. Like, we used to do that all the time. Instead of hide and seek, that's what we used to do in the neighborhood. And we would have a story from start to finish. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if you call that storytelling, but I used to always write. I used to always write music a lot. I used to always passionate out of the seven kids of my parent. I used to always be passionate about art, entertainment. Like I always used to
Okay.
always be doing something on that level. Yeah.
So, Mr. Rap over here, you still spitting bars?
Not anymore, man. Not
I don't
anymore.
know. I was about to
Not
catch you off
anymore.
guard and be like, "What's up? What you doing for me?"
Not anymore. It's been
We
a
gonna make the
minute.
listeners know. Like, I think you're gonna be like, "All right, all right, we gonna hold a rap until we're offline." Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes,
On
sir.
this. So, when did you know that your career was gonna be entertainment? Like, obviously, growing up, youngest of
Hmm.
seven, Haiti. Like
Hmm.
you're there's obviously your parents want you to be a lawyer, doctor, right,
Yes,
engineer.
yes.
Like, when are you
Yeah.
starting to say, like, obviously you did stuff with your friends growing up. You're like, we could reenact something
Yeah.
from Van Damme. But when did you start to say, all right, all jokes aside, I'm going for this?
Filmmaking. So basically, since I was in Haiti, actually, because like I said, we always doing music in the neighborhood. Like a lot of people, a lot of my friends used to know, like they were musicians because we had music school at the church at the school that we go to, but no one never talk about filming. Like you know what I'm saying, like. Making a movie or music video or documentary, we never had that conversation. We didn't have access because I came from not the capital of Haiti, like on the countryside of Haiti. So it was even worse there. I remember if an artist want to make a music video back in the day at around that time, you have to go to the capital to make it, and that's like 6 hours away. So basically, that was always in my mind because I'm watching TV all the time. I'm watching movie all the time, and I'm like, I wonder how they make that. I wonder how they make movies. So come to the United States. I still had that in mind. Went to school here, to high school, and right after high school, I said I look for a film school. You know what I'm saying? I
Okay.
look for a film school, and that's how I had it in mind.
And when you had to break the news to the parents, and more
Mm,
important to your family, right?
yeah,
There's always that
yeah,
moment of doubt where you're like, all right, hold up, I gotta walk in this room and tell them that
yeah,
I'm gonna go to school, but I'm gonna go to school for what I want.
yeah.
How'd you feel?
I couldn't tell them because, as I told you, I'm the last. Like I was literally being trained to be a pastor in a way. You know what I'm saying? They put the pressure on you, like they want you to do, like kind of like your dad wants you to be exactly like him, especially the baby. So when I decided to go to film school, it's actually, I think, only like my closest brother, like meaning the one that age wise that's closest to me, that know about it at that time. Not even my sister, which I have one sister which I'm very close to, she didn't know. And I just, everybody thought that I went to school for pharmacist, you know what I'm saying? And I went to film school. So I used to drive very far away because at that time, I used to live in Boca in Florida, and my school was at
Mm,
PGA Boulevard, like almost 2 hours away every day. So that's the only
jeez.
film school. You know, right now they have film school in Miami. They have all the school. They didn't have them back then. It was only one film school in the Palm Beach area. So I used to go to school, everybody thinking I'm in school for pharmacist. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I was able to do it that time. But
Oh
of
my
course,
gosh.
the story always get the
I don't know how
same.
you did it with the textbooks, bro.
No, and I was one thing too. While I was in film school, I was always ahead of my classmate because they used to give you those books for you to those like lots of books. I would come home and be ahead of my homework. Like if they give us chapter one to work on, I would finish chapter one, go to chapter two already. So when they're
True.
talking about chapter two, I'm already, you know what I'm saying, done with it. So yeah, that's how I started. And of course later on they found out at my graduation all my family was there. You know what I'm saying? Like they
It's already
couldn't
too
accept it.
late, Dad. It's
It's
already too
already
late,
too
Mom.
late. Yeah.
I already
And
did it.
I had to I had to convince them a lot. Yeah, I could do this type of movies. I don't have to do this type of movies. I could do this. I could do Christian movies. I could do that. Like I had to convince them a
Yo,
lot.
you threw that in there.
Yeah,
I
I had
like
to,
that.
like, you know what I'm
You
saying?
are
Like to make it sounds good, you know what I mean?
you probably should have been a lawyer at that point. The way
Yeah,
you moving over here, you were like, look, Dad, I know
yeah,
you're a pastor. I'm
yeah.
thinking about starting to film stuff in the church. And he's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
wow,
That's a
this
way
is
you can
amazing.
spread the words, you know what I'm saying? That's another way you can spread the
This
words. There's
dude,
nothing wrong with
you
it.
you had a whole alibi ready.
Yeah, yeah,
I agree.
definitely.
I like that. So the
Yeah.
listeners just know you have to have a backup plan when you speak to them.
Hmm.
I got it. We're getting it. We're
Hmm.
catching it.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
how did you first get started in the industry? Like obviously we know how you had to finagle it with your parents in the
Hmm.
beginning and say that you're not in this school, pharmacy school, but you're in film school. But what was the big break that started it off in the industry?
There's a minor difference is the way I started in solely in the Haitian industry. You know what I'm saying? And I always wanted like, and I'm still that way. I always love to try what's not out there, what's not trending. So basically, I did a film called Street Talent, and which was in French, Le Talent de la Rue at that time. Um, there is this rap group, the first ever Haitian rap group that came from Haiti. I was already here in the States, but that rap group was very big in Haiti, and they came from Haiti to play in a festival like the Haitian Flag Day Festival in Miami, which is the biggest. We're talking about 10, 20,000 people type of festival, meaning those guys was very popular. And I knew some of them, we came from the same hometown. So I kind of like went and talked to them and pitched this idea to them. I want to do a movie called Street Talent, basically about rap, about, talent that was on the street that got discovered. And this was
Okay.
never been done in our community at all. Like you would watch a movie, you know what I'm saying, about talent where people's rapping, like about, music basically. So kind of like Carmen at that time. I don't know if you watched this movie with Mos Def and Beyonce, a movie called Carmen. So it's
Mm,
was kind of like a little bit similar I wanted to do. And that's how, the words get out there. And I was very successful in making music video for the artists in the community. So that's how I started to get my name out there. Like this movie was extremely successful. Like most Haitians watch it. And I'm talking about whether you're in the States or in Haiti or wherever. So that's how I started really to get my name out there. And ever since, every project that I've done was always somewhat different, like touching different subject. Like that's not try not to repeat every because we had a like that time we had an industry like Haitians was making a lot of movies. So but I was
Mm,
always trying to stay away by creating different things and the youth will follow. Like the young people will fall in love with my the type of stories I was telling.
mm. Now, with the stories you're telling, I mean, just a little bit of the accomplishments, so listeners know,
Hmm.
over 200 music videos,
Yes.
right? Over
Yes.
200 music, and then obviously music videos can last anywhere from 2 to 3 minutes, sometimes even
Yeah.
longer than that. So
Yeah.
just think about the amount of time filming,
Hmm.
directing, editing,
Hmm.
going back and forth, and then obviously putting it out there and hopefully helping with marketing and stuff like that. So
Hmm.
your journey of this is not a small piece of it, right?
Nah.
You're
Nah.
really 200 videos. I mean, obviously it also lets you know your level of expertise, right? When
Yes.
did you know that directed was truly the purpose?
When I found more, the thing is, a little bit of my background I didn't mention. I came out in my community more as an artist than a director at that time because I used to do music that was popular and I used to play in my movies as well as an actor around that time. So most people knew me at my beginning more as an artist than a director. Like I had a nickname Robbie Rob. Like they would even nowadays people call me Robbie Rob. Like they would recognize me on the streets as Robbie Rob, but they don't know if I'm a director, if I'm a filmmaker. So I found more how should I say that more peace, more joy being directed, and I giving up on all of those things, music, me being an actor, me playing in my film or somebody's film. I used to even get cast for other people's film for me to play for them because I started to have a name in the community. So I gave up on all those things. And as we're speaking, it's been more than 15 years where I'm solely like a director. Like I'm behind the
Mm,
scene completely. You know what I'm saying? So this is when I know for a fact this is my purpose. I feel like I'm more needed as a director. I'm more powerful as a director. Like Steve Jobs said, the most powerful person in this world is a storyteller. So I feel like telling stories is more powerful, and I will give more people more talent an opportunity to get in front of my camera. So focus on
right.
the craft way more, and this is when I feel like this is what I wanted to do.
And how did you know like your immigrant background was going to help benefit you? Like, how are you utilizing your immigrant background, obviously the Haitian culture where you grew up,
Mhm.
to translate that into the work that you do every day?
The thing is, I started. Um, Okay, how should I say that? The thing is, when I started, I did not have any vision of if it's gonna work or not, or if I'm gonna make money out of it or not, because it was purely passion at that time, and I did not have so much like so many bills that I needed to worry about. So therefore, I was not focusing on the benefit. I just was focusing on something like a voice, more like a voice I'm gonna create where Haitians can relate, or I'm gonna create where Haitians can come together and have a movie premiere, everybody dressed up and come out and have a good time. So that's basically where my number one focus was, like where I'm working, I'm creating, and the rest is history. Everything that comes after, they just come. But mostly, I never have like I wasn't, and I know the reason why because I started a bit early, so I did not have a bunch of necessity that I didn't have, like financially, etc. So
Right.
therefore, I was super free creating. Like I didn't be like I'm gonna do that for my communities so they can support, they can follow me. I just create with a free mindset and put it out there, and I've seen people going crazy for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, you definitely been storytelling since the days of Mr. Jean Claude Van Damme,
Yeah.
which obviously has translated into the work that you do every day. But in
Yeah.
the work that you do as an immigrant, right,
Hmm.
coming from that background,
Yeah.
challenges that you face, is there any, looking back at it now, do you feel like there's any challenges that you face that stood out to you, and then how did you get through that?
A lot. I mean, as an immigrant, you're being underestimated a lot. That's a fact. So they usually, let's say if you do 10, you get probably, if you're very good, you get a number four credit. You know what I'm saying? Three, four, number four, number three credit for the number 10. Really, maybe if you didn't have the background that you have, or maybe if you didn't come from where you came from, you would have been out of 10. So that's an everyday thing, that's for sure. But one thing about me, for every creators out there, I feel like as a creator, you have this power where God blesses you with inspiration. Focus on that. Like, don't worry about the grade, don't worry about the recognition so much, because at certain point they will not be able to resist to not acknowledge, your power or your worth as far as what you accomplish. So, and I have this thing I always said to my team, like, you never know which one, keep on working. You know what I'm saying? You never know which
You
one
never
that's
know.
gonna,
You never did.
you
It's
never know
100%.
which one. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, keep on doing it, keep on working. You're done with that one, jump to the next one, to the next one, to the next one. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
And so let's talk about jumping to the next one. Like obviously, one of the big jumps you did was founding
Hmm.
Clear Shot Entertainment. So
Yeah.
not only are you doing things on the side, you're hustling over here, you're directed 200 plus
Hmm.
music videos. You're like, you know what? I don't feel that's enough. I want more,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
You're like, I just like how it would be at home with several things on the pot. I'm gonna open up another one. You got
Hmm.
Clear Shot Entertainment. Talk to us a little bit about that, and like, how did it come about, and like, how is it, how is your vision in regards to empowering future generations?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, which is a plus for our community and the Haitian community, when you started, um, people don't really want to work with you as like solo, for instance. Like, they hire the director and hire somebody else. Like, they usually want a company. So when I started, a group of friend of, like, we was a group of people, like a few friends of mine that time, that wanted to be in the entertainment business as well. Like, we were thinking of creating a company. But this is the time that I was in school for filmmaking. So for some reason, some of them move away. So now I'm like, I'm gonna create that company, and I'm gonna call it Clear Shot Entertainment. So I registered the company. So that's how I started. So every time someone
Okay, good.
contact you, instead of contact Robenson Lauvince, they know they're working with a production company that
Yes.
provides everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, we provide everything. If you're an artist, you just sing your song, and we provide you with everything, model, locations, and everything. It's one price, and
One
we
stop.
we give
Yeah.
you a one-stop shop. So that's how it started. And then to go back to music video is like a quick paycheck, but it was never the passion, what I wanted to do. And how I ended up doing so many music videos is because I was the first director, Haitian director, that has the most watched music video on YouTube, like
Okay.
over a million views around that time, which is a music called Ose Melody by Gabel. So, and people keep coming at me, and the money was quicker. When you make a film, you gotta find distribution. It was a lot of hustle for you to make the money. But music video, they come and pay you, and you make the music video, give it to
Yeah.
them, and then you're done. So that's how I kind of like got caught up doing lots of music video, because that was paying the bills, me getting
Yeah.
equipment, like paying a place, or like the office, the studio. That's why. And one I think 2016, this is when I'm like, you know what, I'm a filmmaker, I want to create, I want to go back to really focusing on making film. And this is when I pull myself back, in which a lot of great opportunity came after that. I did not regret that
Hmm.
I slowed down. I still make music video. I just, my recent music video, like, not even 2 months ago, which was for the biggest Haitian band, like the biggest artist. So I just did it. Like, I very pick and choose now what video to do, so I don't lose my focus on making film, because that's what I really want to do right now.
Mm-hmm. I see how you open up some doors to get to the next, and it just kind of
Yeah,
just led you in a
yeah,
direction. But
yeah.
some things that something I'm obviously registering from that point in time in the conversation is the fact that you take a risk on yourself. Like
Yeah.
you're willing to invest in yourself, right? And I think
Yeah.
that's sometimes a very hard thing as an immigrant or first or second generation, like the ability to just advocate for ourselves, but more importantly,
Mhm.
invest in ourselves. Like you're like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to film school, or I'm gonna do this next, and I'm gonna do this next, and it's not like you're leading it with like I need to make money, right? It's more like
Hmm.
I'm trying this, let's see where it goes, and all the work you have done, like obviously, is being recognized globally as well too. But
Yes.
I want to definitely bring up two major things in which you've been highlighted for. If I'm correct, you have a day in Miami, like your
Yes.
own, you have your own personal day, and then
Yes.
also you were
Yes.
recognized on like Netflix as well too.
Yeah. Not Netflix. It was by well, 2024. Basically, that was the biggest panel at Sundance. That I was picked to represent the whole Caribbean. You know what I'm saying? I was the filmmaker from the Caribbean that represent the Caribbean, and they had like a major filmmaker from Africa that represent Africa, and we were on that panel with Elon, which is she's the head developer of Tyler Perry Studio, and it was presented by Netflix. Yeah,
Mm.
so we were emerging
Okay.
the, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, this was great. And that was at
This is and
Sundance.
there's a
Yeah.
lot of Caribbean islands,
Yes.
and you were the person
Yes.
to represent.
Yeah.
So shout out to
Yeah.
you for doing that. And then
Thank you.
let's talk about this day. You have your own day. Do you have your own street?
No, not yet. I
Okay,
do actually.
I like how you said that. Not yet, because I'm
Not
like,
yet.
hold up. Someone saying I got a street. It's common nowadays. Or I got a star in Hollywood. It's common. I got my
Yeah.
own day. It's like
Yeah.
next level stuff going on right now. So talk to
Yes.
me about
Yes.
this day because I want one too.
Man, we made history. This was one of the thing as a filmmaker, whether it was done by me or any other Haitian American filmmaker, I still would be very satisfied and celebrated to the highest that we had a Haitian film that came out in the US box office. So basically, July 7, which is my last project, my recent project, that for the first time ever, a Haitian film made it to the box office. So we got a lot of recognition from a lot of cities, like around throughout the United States. But the biggest city in Miami, which is the Miami-Dade, the mayor and the councilwoman and all these people, the mayor is not Haitian, by the way. Like, but the fact that we were like we made history on that level, where with the second film from the Caribbean that ever made it to the U.S. box office. The first one was Bob Marley movie, One
Mm,
Love. Yeah, which you we talking about Bob Marley. That's what I'm saying. That's a global star. And the second one was Us, man. So it was a Haitian film and Creole film that was shot in Haiti. So therefore, this was a big day for us, man. This was
come
very
on.
meaningful. A lot of
To be
people,
put on
yeah,
that platform next to someone
yeah,
like Bob and his work,
yeah,
being the
yeah.
second out
The
of many
second,
people that have probably even tried
yes,
to do it,
yes,
right?
yes,
D-
yes,
d- Shout out to you and your accomplishments. These are not like little ones, right?
yeah, yeah. It is, yeah.
The real question is, are you still thinking about being a pharmacist now?
Actually went to school for that. And funny enough, I went to school for I got a pharmacy technician at least because I had to show them I had something in pharmacy. You know what I'm saying?
Boy,
So I did
I think
actually
you might have to make a movie about this one.
yeah, actually I have it right here. I have the diploma right here for pharmacy technician.
Oh my gosh, this is you got Mission
Yeah,
Impossible, the
yeah.
Haitian version of this.
Yeah, the Haitian. And because
Yeah, yeah.
once my mom
Ethan.
saw that, she just wanted to see it, and she saw it, and she was
Oh
like, "Okay,
my
that's it."
God. Yeah,
Yeah.
when it's your time, I think you're gonna have to make a movie about your journey and how you lived the life
Yes,
trying to
sir.
really make it through and make sure no one knew. This is crazy.
Yep. Yeah.
Yo, this I heard people say I stood up, right? The moment they said, I'm not
Yeah.
standing up, I was gonna said I have a double
No,
life.
no. Certain battle you cannot win, man. Certain
Shout out
battle
to
you
mom and
cannot
dad.
win.
You were
Yeah,
your own Batman. You were your own Superman. You
yeah,
had your own Clark Kent,
yeah.
thing going on. You were like by day you were this person, but by night you were a
It's
filmmaker.
something else.
This man is shout out to
Yeah.
that. You're making me think about how I reevaluate my life right now. I need to step it up. What advice would you give to young immigrant creators? Scared to kind of take that leap, especially on
Yeah.
their first going. And I mean, obviously letting the family know or just stepping into this where they have to really put an investment in. Like, what would you give to them?
I mean, easy, man. The answer to them asking for a chance is no. So the answer for them to ask for a seat at the table is no. So don't even try. The thing is to bring your chair or build your own table. So once you have this mindset, so you don't have to even worry about, they're gonna stop me or they don't like me. I have an accent or I don't speak the language or I'm Haitian or I'm this, I'm black. Like you wouldn't even ask yourself those questions anymore because I'm coming in with my chair because they wouldn't give me a seat at the table. So I always tell them, and one other thing that I believe in, stop thinking about what if it works. Don't create any project for it to work. Create a project just because you're working in your craft, you're learning one after another. Like I said, you never know which one. Like you create this film, give it all, you know, take your time, be passionate about it. You know what I'm saying? Do not take shortcuts with it. Take your time, put all your passion into it, pour everything you have in it, and put it out there. Now it's for them to decide it if it's gonna be the biggest movie or whatever, and you're already thinking on the next one, on the next one, on the next one. Because it's only fair. Like whomever, like a doctor goes to work every day. Like whomever, like a lawyer goes to court every day. Like if you're a filmmaker, stop waiting. You know what I'm saying? Get out there and work. Like create. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
You
Now,
don't
if
need
you
a
create,
minute.
yeah,
Yeah. Hmm.
if you're a creator, you should be able to create your own lane.
That's right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, a
You're
hundred
so
percent.
right. That's
You should
it.
be if you have the ability to create. If someone is giving you a God-given gift, right? You should
Hmm.
and you're able to say, I'm a good creator. I trust my judgment as a creator on the big screen or over here in this field. You should be able to create your own lane. Be like,
That's
okay, all
right.
right, man. You got
Absolutely.
me.
Absolutely. 100%.
You should be saying, you got me, but now I got myself.
That's
But
right.
as immigrants, first or second generation immigrants, we are sometimes afraid to take that leap of faith because
Hmm.
we didn't have the imposter syndrome, which has always been a big topic here at Zaka. When we get our thought leaders on, we're always talking about how, what, I don't think I'm ready for this. I don't know if
That's
I'm
right.
capable. And it's because sometimes no one has done it before, right? You don't have
Yeah.
a family member or a friend to kind
Yeah.
of guide you. You have someone else that doesn't look like you, someone who doesn't
That's
speak
right.
like you, telling you like, "Oh, you got talent," and you're like, "But hold up, you're not from where I'm from."
That's right.
And not a lot of people that look like me are in this position. So how do I
Hmm.
know I'm the person? How do I know I'm one in a million, right?
That's right.
And can I keep the legacy going? Like someone like yourself, just as a creator to creator, like how hard is it for you to constantly keep on creating, right? You're talking about 200 music videos, right? And
Yeah.
everyone had to be different.
Yes. Every single
How
one of them.
in the
Yeah.
world, I don't know where these thoughts is coming into your head, but like, how are you managing to be that quick on your feet and bringing new ideas and helping each project be different from the rest?
I always believe in that. Like, it's the passion. When you're passionate about something, you don't even feel like you're working. It's more like you doing it, and you're right about that because in my community, especially when you're a popular music director, like people's looking for similarity. They don't want you to repeat yourself. Like they don't want you to create the same scene in two music video. So therefore you're right on that. Like you have to be creative and you have to be different every other music video you're about to do. And how I bid that is passion. Like I passionate, and also I'm a risk taker. Like I create rain. I was the like first director that create like artificial rain in a music video, and that was like back in the day. Like I create different stuff. I would do um every other concept of my music video, I would risk it. Like I would not do something that's so popular in the industry. I would try to do something else and it works, and something else and it's work. And I feel like once you're passionate about it, like to be a creator, you have to be extremely passionate. Like you have it to be like, of course, creative, but you have to be like, um I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take a chance and do this, and I believe in it. Like you said earlier, like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. You believe in your thoughts and your ideas, and then once you have that confidence in it, and it worked.
Mm. And we never know if it's ever gonna work. We never
Yeah,
know. We
yeah.
never know if it's gonna work, but we have
Trust your
to now.
gut.
We have to
Yeah.
we have to trust in ourselves. We have to
Hmm.
trust in our purpose. We have to trust in the work that we do. And it's hard. It really is
Yeah.
hard to kind of do that, especially when your parents are telling you you need to be a doctor, a lawyer,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know. So you're saying to yourself like, okay, well maybe I should be doing that. Maybe I should
Yeah.
actually go back to being a pharmacist, right? Maybe I should just follow the path that I said I told people I was doing, but I'm not.
Right. Right.
So but I get it. I mean, and being in your position as a filmmaker, being a director, having the ability to create constantly, right? What do you do besides creating? Like, where's your level of like, all right, this is me creating, but I get an opportunity to kind of do something else to kind of clear my mind to be ready to create again.
Um, it might sound unbelievable, but I do not have. It's like I create, clear my mind in another project, if that makes sense. just
Ah,
like just like we in the middle of Canada box office right now for my which was history making as well, for like and in Canada it's not just a Haitian film, but for like a black film that made it to the
yeah,
Canadian box office. So as we're going through that right now, as we speak, I'm on development of another project. So I just came from Panama. Like I'm
just made.
scouting, I'm
Yeah,
whiting, I'm this. But sometimes I do go fishing. I love fishing. I do cruises. Sometimes, when it's overwhelming, like you need to reset. I would do quick getaway just to try to disconnect a little bit. But I usually reset from a project, starting another project or another
mm,
idea. Start talking about something else, and that's gonna help, clearing
I
my
see.
mind. Yeah.
And so then I know you have a little motto that you go by as well. Is that correct?
Um, as far as what?
And your motto, I believe, if I'm correct, is like imagine it, achieve it.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
Imagine
imagine
it,
it,
achieve it.
achieve it.
Yeah, that's
Right.
right.
This is something deep right here.
Yeah,
Imagine
yeah.
it, achieve
Achieve
it.
it.
Right.
Yeah,
I
and
think
that
that
that that's important for me to mention. In my career, I haven't started anything I don't finish. I
okay.
have a I that's one thing about me. I have a project that didn't really work because of it was conflict between the executive producers and stuff like that, but I finished it. It's a film that I shot in Africa, in Haiti. So I do not, I fight with myself and my team all the time. If we start something, if we can imagine it, we have to achieve it. Like if it's not in
Yeah.
my, like for instance, this movie right now, it's not in my hand, it's in distribution and executive hand, my job is done. I can sit
Yeah.
down and watch this movie. Somebody else can sit down and watch it. We see the vision, like what we've been working on or thinking, writing, and now we can sit down and watch it. Like it came to life. So that's
Mm.
one thing about me, and I'm fighting to keep it that way.
Well, congratulations on the work that you're doing, man. It's
Appreciate
definitely
it. Thank
very
you.
honorable. I mean, Mr. Robbie Rob over here, aka
You see, you
rapper.
remember, you
Who? Yeah, come
remember.
on, come on, Robbie Rob. Hey, Mr. Robbie Rob, aka rapper. Who missed the I started replaying and doing remakes of Jean Claude Van Damme movies. Turned into I'm gonna be a pharmacist, mom and dad.
Yeah,
I'm gonna bring pharmacy books back home, but I'm really a
yeah,
filmmaker. To
yeah,
then get it into the industry, to then
yeah,
getting some reputable and some significant credentials in here. You know,
yeah,
200 plus music videos, um, being recognized in the Caribbean. right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Being several different awards and plaques.
Hmm.
You
Hmm.
have definitely done a lot,
Yeah.
and you still have a lot more to go within
Yes,
all the
sir.
work that you do.
Yes,
And I
sir.
am very honored to have another creator on this podcast with me today, and it really just given a lot of insight. Your journey is beautiful. You've
Appreciate
expressed a
it.
lot of great things, the hardships, the good times, and just a thought leader to another thought leader, man. Congratulations, man, because
Appreciate it.
the work
Thank
that
you.
you do, like you said, you now have the ability to change the narrative of Haiti
Yes.
and the Haitian community, right? All the things that
Yes.
we see online, all the
Yeah.
depictions of the people and how poor Haiti might look
Yeah.
when Haiti's actually beautiful,
Yes,
right?
sir.
And you're a
Yes, indeed.
representation of that.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, well, Mr. Robbie Rob, I just want to say thank you again for your time, for being here on this space, being present with our community, and sharing all these your thoughts and ideas with us.
No problem, man. It was an honor, man. Anytime I'm here, I love the conversation we had. We need more of that. Okay. You're giving us a voice. You know what I'm saying? This is different. And I shout out to Greg, to you for doing this. You know, a lot of time we need that as filmmakers because some other inspiring filmmakers or upcoming filmmakers, they want to hear stories how we did it. So with your platform, I feel like this is, this is something that really gonna make a difference. And anytime you guys need me, I'm here.
Well, we're
Kudos.
ready to tap in, Mr.
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Robinson.
Yes,
And I
sir.
want to let the listeners know if you want to hear more inspirational stories like Robinson, please check us out on ZakaConnect.com. Follow us on our
Yes.
social at Zaka Connect and follow our feed Zaka wherever you listen to your podcasts.